How did Archimedes say, give me a lever point and I can move the world? And I say in the same spirit, give me 2 minutes of your time and I will open a window for you. A window to a very interesting and intriguing world from past times. 2 minutes. And what it is all about. It's about a story from past times you might have heard of. It's the story of Hanukkah. This is what Jews celebrate annually. The Hanukkah festival for victory of Judean rebels occurred more than 2,000 years ago in the province of Judea. Only that if you peel off the layers and the skin and the clothing and you extract only the facts and the reality, then if you stop and ponder about it for a moment, you may find that the story of Hanukkah, in essence, is the story of Yhuda Maccabi, the leader of the revolt. Yhuda, named Hamacabi or Maccabeus, emerged to the world and to this narrative from nowhere, from an unknown village somewhere in the hills of Judea, from a family of villagers or peasants, and without any special training or known education or any military experience. But he emerged as a fierce warrior, a gifted commander and charismatic leader. And in this story, he, among with his 4 brothers, all no-name villagers, without any military training, without any decent weapons, they defeated the empire, which was equipped with the experienced generals, with big armies and the horses and the elephants and with ample amount of weapons. In one word, it's a story about a farmer who defeated an empire. And this is what's unique about this narrative. And this is maybe the essence and the core of the Hanukkah festival. This is a story about a bunch of villagers who took their freedom seriously and knew when to say enough is enough. And they wrestled their lives for that political independence and religious freedom. And indeed, they all lost their lives there. But the vision had won. And Judea province gained its independence. In the most grotesque way, what does it resemble? It may look like coming from a spaghetti western in which the protagonist, armed with only a shabby cowboy hat and an old revolver only with 6 bullets, right, overpowers at once dozens of well-armed hooligans who come to kill him and seize his peaceful village. And you know what? He didn't even have that pistol. He acquired the pistol only after killing his first foe and taking his pistol. Except this story was not taken from a Western movie, but it's a story that happened in real life and fairly well documented. And maybe there's no equal story like this or any similarity. When battle after battle, the inexperienced farmer with no training and no armies and no weapons beat the empire with the masses of trained soldiers and paramount weapons and war machines. But this was Yhuda Hamacabi, or Judas Maccabeus. This presentation is intended to present the story of Hanukkah in a different way from the usual form and more close to reality, and also to explain why the memory and the legacy of that Yhuda Maccabi was dulled and forgotten or omitted on purpose. Interesting enough, then kindly proceed to watch the presentation and the series. You want to know more, how did they fight? Why did they fight? Who did they fight? How in general armies back then fought each other, and who were the power nations and the figures of command, and mostly, how did a farmer defeated an empire? Then go ahead and watch the presentation. It is not short. There are 13 chapters, but if your time is restricted, then it is maybe sufficient to watch the introduction and the epilogue. albeit, of course, it is much more beneficial, educating, and fun to watch the entire chapters and the series, and in the sequence they appear. So, bon voyage!